by government, but only 705 are present. But the board and the teacher and the headmaster who is present with us here, he confirmed he's very sorry for what has been happening, but he wasn't doing it alone. Because the government has a district inspector of schools, we have a district education officer, we have CIDs and all these other people who are supposed to check such crime. So government loses between 14 million plus per term in one school. And in Bale district, I've been informed, you have 69 schools. So I managed to convince the headmaster to come with us here because he's going to be a statement after this meeting. And also we went to Nabumali Secondary School, where the nurse told me there are 400 students, but not sure of the total number of students earning from government. I asked her where is the board showing the actual number of students was supposed to be in Nabumali Senior Secondary School. He told me the headmaster locks her office, she's not around. That where is the headmaster? The headmaster is in town doing some official assignment. Said, could you call the headmaster to come? I spent about an hour there. The headmaster didn't appear. So I came with the nurse as well as a witness. She will also record a statement here before we leave. Then, as we look for the headmaster. So when we did the head count, how many students do you find at Nabumali? 251 out of the 400 given by those, but the actual number we shall get the figures close to 1,000 that government supports directly, the money for universal secondary education for Nabumali. Then, sir, we went to a school, to a hospital called Naiku, still next to Naiku, Health Center 3. The government spends 19 million to support, to pay health workers and support staff. But I want to report to you that I found a security guard with 2 junior staff, 1 lab technician and a nurse. They're the ones running the hospital. The chairman NRM of that same place called Masaba, I think it's called Masaba. He came and confirmed to me that the clinical officer who was assigned there, she's never there. And they have staff units, staff quarters, but the doctors don't stay there. And yet they have even power and water in the location. So that is a serious sign of corruption. Someone fetching government payment and she's not doing her work, but then she continued acting like acting person in a hospital. So out of the 19, by the time I left that place at 11, 4 people in total were present. So they told me 4 others are not on the register. They are on the register earning salary, but they never worked there, which was also confirmed by the chairperson of that area. So those 4, they said I asked the DHO, who happens to be my brother-in-law. So I've told them whether it's my brother-in-law, whether or not, I want facts to come out. So the facts will come out. So I've given the State House Anti-Corruption 10 days to make a thorough investigation, which will be public, to give a report to the president, and then action will be taken within these 10 days, based on either there are crimes committed, whether no crimes committed. If there are crimes, then people have to go to State House. They have to go to the Anti-Corruption Court as soon as possible. We don't want to delay justice. 2, the other thing, we went to a school, the Army school. That was our final stop. When we reached the Army school, the head of the Army school is here, and their new headmaster is here. The new headmaster, being a patriot, he was asked for 2 million. For every term, government sends money to that Army school for support. So they asked for 2 million shilling. For him, what he did as a patriot, he formed his commander, and they wrote to the CDF and the Minister of Defense. They wrote to me that your DEO is telling the army person that he has to subscribe 2 million shilling. This man being a warrant officer, which is a general rank in the other ranks, he said I cannot lose my name to go in the basement. So for him, he reported. So when I reached there, he invited his deputy, who was also there. Deputy, maybe you can stand for the minister to see. The deputy said, you people, we are sending you there, you are our traffic officers. I think you understand. so go on the road and correct. And give us something. Then when they asked how much, 2 million per term. That we can't allow. Now where the challenge is, the District Service Commission has not concluded the recruitment of key positions in the district. So I've told the COW and the District Service Commission to have substantial people who are qualified to do those different jobs. So, Honorable Minister, those are some of the things that we have done today. And I will ask you to come and address, but I will ask whoever is involved in this report, please remain behind. Let them take statements from you. They have a right to give you bond as we do further investigation. They will advise you. They have a right to give you bond or not to give you bond, but we shall investigate everything to the dot. All schools, and then we shall also extend investigation to all the other secondary and primary schools mentioned, quietly mentioned in the initial report given to us. But also I'm interested in the statement made by the Member of Parliament Mahmoud, that how come you're not mentioning the road fund? You receive $1 billion, where does that billion work? So now, Honorable Mahmoud, I'm giving it to you. Do what Honorable Nangoli did. Get facts about that fund. I will come back, but that one is easy. I have a tape measure. I can show you my tape measure in the car. Tomorrow in Bulambula, I'm going to measure a road. Culvert, the size of culvert in BO2. You are going to see. We are not going to, eating government money must stop. We should work for people. Jose is bitter that we are not supporting him. The statement made by Honorable Anyoto regarding how the president said that I have a problem with my Bugisu. Among all sub-regions in Uganda, my Bugisu. That is a big statement. Not to make the ministers from Bugisu look like they are not doing anything. And I want to thank them. They are very busy, and the members of parliament. Let us work together. Let the truth come out. Everyone has a right to defense, and everyone cannot be called a criminal unless when there is a crime committed. So the Human Resource Department, the Audit Department, the District DEO's Department, Inspectors of School, please remain behind and make statements. Let's have these statements today.
Minister for Local Government is in Mugole there. He just left the Minister of Gender, where he was the Minister of State. It looks like when you go to gender, you can easily grow. So he has opened the gates. So next time you also come to gender, then you can also grow. Because Hon Balaam is opening the doors. The honorable members present, who managed to be with us a little earlier on some other activity, very important one. The leadership of the region, the district, and agencies in the district, ladies and gentlemen, particularly the media house. My name is Mlongo, Simon. I come from Namisindwa, and I'm the new Minister of State for Labor, Employment, and Industrial Relations. So things to do with she gives jobs, public jobs, but when it comes to issues of their rights, then it comes to me. All these industries in Uganda, the workers who are there, all these workers who look for jobs outside the country and within the country, that's my job. I advise the government on the nature of skills demanded, the nature of graduates they're producing, those who are hanging around, those who are employed, and so on and so forth. And we have to plan for the next 25 years, which type of skills we have to train our people onto. So, but today, we had a meeting over the Hukuka. You know, we have a lot of contestations over Hukuka. And we managed to agree that the main element of Hukuka and resolving it is an issue that will come later because in any case it is in court. But we had to agree that the issue of Embalu, come 1st August, must be done without any of these parties participating because they have become more spoilers than enablers. And I'm sure the honorable colleagues will have spoken about it now. Let me come to this issue of corruption. Honorable Minister, we've been losing many constituencies in Bugisu because people are dissatisfied with the services. They are not happy with us, they are not happy with the government, they are not happy with the president. Because the president thinks about deliverables which they don't see. Or if they see it, it is shrouded into mist. It's not solid, it's not tangible. And so we lost in the city here for almost 20 years, we're losing. This year when we went to election, I can tell you, we had to invest extra effort to be able to gain areas that we didn't gain. It was very tough. These honorable members of parliament were so busy trying to survive, put their heads above the water, as we also trying to work very hard with the structures. And what we found on the ground was that they don't see things that are promised. For example, many people told me that the parish development model, when money comes, they take off as much as 400,000 for them to get a difference as a matter of, and you have to sign for 1 million, but actually give you 600,000. And this, now that this was becoming sharper in the respective parishes, they now give money to parishes away from their parish. Now they've not stopped there, they're now giving money away from their sub-county to another sub-county, because that person from another sub-county finds it easier to accept the 400 out of 1 million, because then the case, they're not entitled anyway. And now it's becoming worse, which is going beyond the district. They give a person from another district, because then the bargaining there is much easier for them to benefit. We have a big problem there, and it's happening within the broad daylight. We're seeing it, we witness it, but people think it is okay. It is becoming more of the norm than the extraordinary. The other issue is performance in schools. I'm writing an article for this weekend. Honorable Minister and the Minister, my colleague Minister, and the security people and our colleagues who are here. Our performance nationally, the best, the worst schools here are from Rambul, followed by Namisi and Dua, and we're at the tail end of performance nationally. How can it be? We eat good food, we even have malewa, which is a supplement that's not anywhere else. But the performance is such that teachers are hard in schools. What you saw was just a sample. And if they come, we have inspectors. These inspectors actually carry out inspection. They move along to inspect, and they go home having collected something, and nothing happens. So there's no enforcement whatsoever. That's a big issue. The other issue is as you said, the roads. My brother minister, you have not moved on the roads. If you ask this people to give you the report of this last quarter, the minister Skiza, if you ask for the last quarter, and you drive to any two of those roads that they did recently, you'll find the potholes and other vegetation that for the last 10 years that road has never been done. But each quarter they have done it. There are also places like in one of my districts, in one of the town councils, they made the road. They budgeted for the road in the town council. It was, I think, 2 kilometers, 1.5. The road, there was the bidding, the contractor was bought, the road was done, the road was launched. When we went to check, the road had never been done. So all this process of bidding and the launching was just a hoax. And that's what's happening to our place. Surely, it is so sad that we have to wake up. We as leaders, by the way, we earn more than those peasants. If me, I'm a member of parliament, we earn, I think, 11 million? About 11 million. But if an MP can also go and cheat somebody who earns 5,000, that's too sad. Why are we in leadership who are a little better off and where the elites cheat those people who are supposedly beneficiaries and whose earning capacities are almost nowhere? This is more than cheating. This is something else. And so I want to thank you, the Honorable Minister, for taking this initiative. I can assure you that you are launching a fire of soldiers from this very place with whom we're going to work, and we're going to accompany you. I've just told my minister, who has just greeted you, and agreed that I must go with you shoulder to shoulder. Wherever you go, I lead the way, or you lead the way, but I must show you so that you don't fall into the ditch of the mountains. But we must reach everywhere, both in the mountains and the lowlands. And in these stories from the witnesses, people who will be crying. People have never seen government drugs, and yet when they go to drug shops, they find the drugs there. You know, when they've never seen doctors, but the doctors sign for their pain, and they don't even go to serve. Or if they go there once in a while, collect what they collect, and they leave. That's the situation that we have. So hospitals, schools, road system, local council system, and so on and so forth. I'll tell you because it shouldn't take long. When we were doing the recent structure campaigns, the chairman of the party and secretary gave us money to deliver the districts. And the district people got their money. They had their transport refund. And we were supposed to deliver the money to LC 1s with some money to LC 3s and LC 2s. Do you know, they gave them less than 20%. Others never got at all. And I made it clear on the radio, they had my telephone number. And they called. I had to cause arrest of some of our district leaders. And they were jailed. And until they recovered the money, that's when they were released them. So, Honorable Minister, what you're doing is a noble cause. Some people may not like it. I was telling some people somewhere, my father used to remove jiggers from my toes, because when we had a lot of jiggers, and I really hated this man. He could really make me feel pain. When I would come back from work, I said, this man has come back again. And when I complained, you say, when you eat bread, will I be there? You know, bread was a delicacy in our villages. Now I'm eating bread, my dad is not even there. So what does that mean?
Local Central, but we shall cover the whole of Bugisu. Tomorrow we shall spend the rest of the day in Bulambuli. So I appeal to all the leaders of Bulambuli, we should gather the district headquarters by 8 a.m. so that we do inspection and the assessment of the different government programs in Bulambuli. I want to thank in a special way my big brother, Honorable Simon, the Minister of State in charge of Labor, and the big sister, Honorable Lydia Wanyoto, the Minister of State in charge of Public Service, and the members of Parliament, Honorable Nangoli, Honorable Shafiga, Honorable Miriam, Honorable Masava, Mahmudu, Okuri, and everyone for joining this campaign. We are not aiming at tarnishing anyone's name, but we want to clean service delivery in local government. Today's highlights, we visited the health center with 19 staff paid by government, only 3 on duty. We visited a school, a primary school, supported by government, meant to have 1,300, only 705 people in class. We went to Nabumali Secondary School with close to 1,000 students meant to be supported, allegedly meant to be supported by government, but only 240 something. 251. Head count done by myself, counting 1 up to the number given, class per class. So that is a form of corruption. We are going to wipe out corruption. We have not addressed the road. The money sent for the road, we are coming back. Mbale City, I have a whole report. I will come with the minister at the right time. It will be a party, but at the same time expose the corrupt at Cricket Oval. I will inform you when, but I'm coming as I go to Namisindo. We must clean Bugisu. Bugisu must shine. We must get rid of corruption in Bugisu. I will not close my eye for anybody. God bless you. Maybe the minister can say something.
Bali mwanya la kweza kama meeting ya minister wa local government Hon Balaam ya member wa parliament ni Hon minister Hon Mulongo kubona test plan service delivery acharero balambuleko mu Mbale district weni ba chairman ni ba councillors mikao ni ba technocrats kubona masomero ni malwaliro mainly na biliyo ne badwire bitu biminyanga batambikira bakumi mu kusala zitufu yabana bali mu masomero kibambaganiza bapesa kama munana kama mu UP Ministry of Defense na Ministry of Education fund. So bana kumuone mu babakwere mulimo ukoli nichama nero C5 bana kwa ambire ko bakansala banokina basha kuza kubasomesa bakole supervision indai mili mujigende bulai problem ya NRM bapesa geza daga kudawula da mwega mwana nyamba tibana kibasoma bulai madwaliro family sibamu batambi so fenga itimu kwatane kuli mu Bugisu kiri Bugisu yonyene da kuzagenda Uganda yose necheka bindai bana nikiri Bugisu nicho muguga kwaterezere bere mu bulira zitalo ziri munana mu muguga kwamene kuchiba cyamani ba 5 bikale bangone mukolo gwa ngaludwera mwezi gwomunana lwekwa culture ye Bugisu ya face so kwezere ba minisa kuli ngali kumimu Bugisu wiki nokina kukutereza byosi gendera adwera NRM government ni kutumire batangiri bibefe kubeni General Henry tumukunde kwaba ni honorable Balaam local government kutereza bikali kugenda bulayi ndabona banyana mwanyana nabikupirisa
usima minister local government umuriya nabi Balaam atenyi wisire huambira twani nafe masaba kubana holi kusinga masabo efe monza kandi seye kimirimo lwakuba bandu bakali nga baba rumanire ni kama umule bwempezike burambisi bolere sata uti ababandi beroza PDM beroza singudo simbi beroza basomesi babanaha beroza basa osibaliyo beroza kumusala sikola bulayi beroza halawe nzabakhe basakhulu ni barusi polata omulebo esenisi yeyo sirafusi nenga lukukena nine kubana khuli ukana khweye umasabo efe ebesi basunga bananga bali clean era khuli khuba apira kumulanga esimuli mukhola kanini nafe kwe kama huakamba kanene hula hulise kurambi bulaita wose khusinga masabo efe ibenga indayi babana bole khubanga basusuna khubunulu wenza kanisa ya president wefe Museveni ni government yefe ya NRM manyana